Hello guys, welcome back to another What If video. Today I'll be doing a What If on What If Deku had Goku's powers. I know, I did an Asta What If for this, but this is a Deku What If. I think that it was interesting since I got a lot of views on my deck. What if Asta had Goku's powers and everything? I thought that why not do a Deku one, since you guys seem to like the Goku one, so yeah. And this what if he will have, I don't know if I should call it a quirk. No, it won't be a quirk. That would be too boring. So yeah, because he will be kind of like the reincarnation of the Goku, or not the reincarnation. Actually, he will be. Let's say that he's the Go like he's a Saiyan without a tail. He's Goku's son. No, 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 no. He won't be Goku's son. I take that back. Take that back immediately. He will be the reincarnation of Goku. Or something like that. He will be reincarnation of Goku's powers. So yeah, let's just dive right into it, shall we? As we begin in the Dragon Ball universe. It's over 40 years after the fourth Tournament of Power. Goku is dying. His age, he's beginning to be old. And not just that, he doesn't know what to. He's kind of dying in the bed. Shichi is still alive. Well, no, Shichi died years ago. So when he does Goku like host up like a special blood and all that, as his sons, Gohan and Goten is there, together with his grandchildren, and Vegeta is actually there, kinda caring a little bit about Goku. And then Beerus and Whis arrives. As the Grand Priest sees that they all often goes now, have very oftenly recently has gone to the Earth, where Goku lives, as he shakes on Earth, and Goku says, "Oh my!" As then he sees that Goku is dying, he goes to the Grand Zeno and just tells him about Grand Zeno. Said, "Yeah, was it the Grand Daishinken?" He said, "It seems like Goku is dying." Zeno would be like, "Goku is dying?" As he kind of sad now. Said, "Yes, he is dying." Okay. As he kind of looked down and said, I need to see him then." He's like, "Yeah, you should, probably." As they go to, all like, everyone just arrives at Goku's place. Goku said, "Oh, there's a lot of people here." As he kind of lays still and lays in bed. As Gohan and Goten just tells, "Save your breath, Dad." But Goku said, like, "Come on. When I'm gone, I will be able to see Shichi again, and I can taste all her delicious food." Then Bulma was like, "Well," Deku said, "No." Goku would then say, like, "Though I wish I could at least have another fight with Beerus." As Beerus was arriving, I was like, "What? You want to fight with me when you're on your deathbed?" Goku would be like, "Oh wait, you're here, Lord Beerus, and you too, Whis?" Like, "Yes, Goku. We are here to say goodbye to you, and thank you for saving our universe so many goddamn times, since Beerus is not that type of person." As Beerus say, "Yeah," would kind of be mad at first, but then say like, "Yes, seems though that I have to thank you about it." As Deku, no, Goku was like, "Yeah, maybe you kind of have to do that now." Spirit said, like, "Yeah, but thank you for saving our universe all those goddamn times." I said, "No problem." As they still host that blood, and now Daishinka would arrive. As with Grand Zeno, as they would be like, Zeno would just arrive and ask Goku if he's okay. He's like, "That's Grand Zeni." As Spears would see him like kind of bow down to him. Zeno would just say, "Please don't." Say like, "Hey, you don't need to do that now, Beerus." He'd be like, "Okay, Daishinkan." As then Daishinkan would, though, I would say, "Okay, Grand Zeno." As Grand Zeno was kind of to hold Goku's hand, like, "Goku." Zeno, as Goku said, yes. Senny said, I wish we could play one more time. Goku said, yeah, I wish that too. But I guess we can't. Then I said, though, I want at least one last time. I just want to eat food. As Vegeta now said, really, Goku? Eating food? You're still thinking about you feeling that stomach of yours when you're dying, huh? Said, what about you, Vegeta? Seems like you're pretty hungry too. As they were all were here, Vegeta's stomach is kind of ache. He was like, damn it, Goku, did you have to expose me? Goku said, yeah, you kinda did, had to. Then was Bulma would prepare food and kind of bring a lot of food in there. As Daishinken and Senna would all, and Whis and everyone would just eat food. As Goku eats a lot. He eats in normal space. As then just eats the food. As Sanla when he eats, he will sit down next to Senny, and on the left side and the right side. As they're kind of talking all that. Then on the left side he will have goat. He will have like kind of have goat. No, he will have Goten sitting on his left side. As they were kind of talking with Senny. Or not, as then suddenly Goku just feel something in his chest, like put his hand like there. Then here when Senny was trying to talk to Deku, tried to talk to Goku. He wouldn't answer. He would just be quiet. As they would all see this and realize that Goku was quiet now. To be like, no. As then we see like, then Daishinken was no. How should I say explain it? And Senna would see him like, oh. She'd be like, rest in peace, Goku. As Goku that kind of falls now, since he first freezed when the Daishinken when Senna asked him something, then as he said, rest in peace, Goku. As now they see his body move for like, is he dead yet? Is he not dead? We can be happy about it, and we see that the body just fell down on the plate, like the table, dead. As Goten like, Dad? He will be played adult now on that, but still. Like, Dad. Then we realize that, no, Dad. Stand over to see like something fall out of his pocket. Like, let's say that Goku had a pocket. As when he fall down, as the paper was fell out. I just see what I want, as there was like Goku's testament, what I want with my powers to go when I'm dead. As they all see that he wanted his powers to go to another universe. He would say that he wanted Grand Zeno to fulfill his last wish, that his powers would go to the one that needs them the most. Even if it's another, let's say that the one that deserves my powers the most, my powers should go to them. As Goku's soul and all that would still be like, transfer my soul to the one that needs my powers the most. He asks Senny, my last wish, please transfer my powers to the last one, to the one that deserves my powers the most. I know I said it a lot now, that to the one that deserves his powers the most, but come on, man, really, it kinda requires a lot of things. It kinda takes a while for me. As Sen will see this letter and just read it out loud. As like, Goku, why? As the Sen was like, oh, sure, Goku. Then Daishinker said, but what should you do if is someone from another dimension? He was kind of whispering in Sen's ear. He'd be like, well then, we just have to, like, no, then he would say, well, then we just have to ask the Sen of that dimension for help. But no, let's say that there wasn't the Zeno in that dimension or anything. As he said that, oh well, if there is, we just have to ask them, right? We just have to transfer it there. Since I know that my power can do it, said Zeno. As everyone would be like, yeah. As they kind of, everyone else would just start to cry, except for like Beers and Whis and Daishinkin and Sunny, as they would have like sad looks, but they would be unable to cry since they're like deities. As if Vegeta was like, damn it, Kakarot. Did he have to die? And I was like, damn it, Kakarot. Damn it. I thought we could have a last fight. Then Senu realized that there were more text to it. Then it says, like, this part was for Vegeta, he said it to Vegeta. Then he, like, kinda takes that part, like, gives the Vegeta the letter, said, something says to you, Mr. Saiyan. As Vegeta said, huh? Then he raised it, said, like, there. And there, Vegeta, don't cry. I know you're crying now when I'm dead. He'll be like, what the? I'm not crying at all. As everyone knows, as they would, Goku wouldn't say that. He said, Vegeta looks like, oh, hi Vegeta, I won. If Vegeta was said, was kind of asked, what do you mean? As then he would just contrary, looks like I was the first one to die. Huh? As Vegeta would say, damn it, Kakarot, everything's a competition to you. Is everything really a competition for you, huh? As then everyone would hear this and be like, huh? What does he talk about? The videos. Then Goku said, I'm the first one to die though. Looks like I'm gonna be the first, the Super Saiyan God, to die. I'm the first one to achieve this power of death. Looks like he's still behind me, Vegeta. Vegeta said, that's not something to compete about, you goddamn moron. You idiot. Is Vegeta now starts to cry. Kinda. Bulma comforts him a little bit. Because she will still be around actually. Though she'll be in her real old age. As then she comforts him and asks, what is it, Vegeta? Then as he shows her the letter, she's like, oh, and sees everything that Goku write about Vegeta and about the power of death and all that. As they're like, oh, so I see. As then he shows it to everyone else. Then Sen said, well, time to do his last wish now. As they're like, yeah. And says, can we do it outside? Like Sen was like, yeah, we can. And they grabs Deku as well because they need a Deku soul. No, they grab Goku's body and lifts it out. Like, let's say that Whis and Whis like hold no bears. Whis would just lift it and just hold it while they're suddenly perform the kind of like the key spell or something to transfer Goku's soul away. As they would all see that Goku's soul is traveling away. As they see like a portal kind of opens in the sky and Goku's soul just travels through it. So his last wish is done now. As then everyone kind of still be sobbing a little bit, but Goku's death. Said he was so young. As no, they wouldn't say that. He would say like, but why? Why did it have to be Goku first? As Vegeta said like, why? God damn it, Kakarot. See you later in the next life. Hopefully. And you better stay strong. In that life. And this is where Deku comes into the picture. As Deku is soon will be born. Or well, Inko is pregnant. And let's say that Deku's father is unknown. He just kind of leaves. Well, he had to leave early. So Deku wouldn't be able to meet him, but so yeah. As now when I should explain it. As Deku's dad had left a letter to Deku when he was ready to know about why he wasn't there, that he had to go to work. As Inko was kind of older, he read the letter, and so yeah. As when Deku was born at the hospital, something else would happen. As everyone would kind of see on the TV that something else, a giant star is coming crashing through the sky. As they would see all the heroes and All Might too going to kind of try to destroy it and protect everyone. As Deku would now be born. As they call the star Deku. No, does they call it Izuku. As the Inko decides to name the boy after the star is no, they wouldn't call the star Deku or anything. There was what it was. And then how should I explain it? How should I say it? The star is crashed like kinda nowadays everyone's tried to smash it, but as All Might tried to smash the star, but it then was go right through it. They'd be like, what happened to All Might? They thought it was there. Then it goes out on the outside of it. And this was right when Deku was born, or Izuku was. I will call him Deku. As like Izuku was born, all that. Still, is Inko kind of scared now that since the star was coming for, like aiming at the hospital, everyone was freaking out. As they said, evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. But Inko was kind of holding Deku and tried to go out. As now the heroes would realize that it's too late. They won't be able to crush the star. That giant star is coming. As the star will now stop the move. Well, it won't move, it will just shrink down in size. As they wonder, what? No, it wouldn't. It will still be that giant star. Because in this what if, Goku's power will be amplified in this universe. In the MHA universe. So yeah, as Deku will be stronger than Goku actually is when he died. And so he'll be at Goku's prime when he's not. No, he'll have like Goku's power and everything. Then the religious Ink will be scared now as the star now goes through the building. She would see this at first, like, what the? No, she would just kind of talk. She would be scared now and start to scream. Izuku would start to cry. Deku would start to cry now. Like, like a baby does. And then the star will go right through the building and hit like Izuku. No, Deku. Izuku slash Deku. Okay, I'm just gonna stop calling him Izuku instead of Deku. I'll just call him any of them, okay? Sorry about that. Then the star just hits Deku. Well, they hit both Inko and Deku. As now she sees that the star doesn't do anything. She feels nothing. It just goes through her. As now but for Deku, he would react to this. As he'd kind of like smile now, and she would just sense that he got a lot of when he kind of gripped her finger, she would just sense that his muscles got stronger, a lot stronger. And she'd be like, what the? Then the star disappears, and like the Asta would kind of Deku would glow now, or kinda glow. As now we switch back to the Dragon Ball universe, it would be like a year after. As now, the Grand Senri calls the one that was there with at Deku's death to tell them something. To Goku's death, that was there when Goku died, to tell them the news. As tells them something, as they would play, everyone would just come there quickly. They say, "What is it, Grand Senno?" He said, "Well, it seems that." He would kind of smile and said, "Okay, Goku's last wish had been finally fulfilled." They'd be like, "What?" He said, "Yes. Seems like his last wish was fulfilled about that his power should go to someone that deserves it. They finally landed in a newborn baby." They'd be like, kinda happy now. As they're like, "Where is it?" Then he said, "As I was kind of fearing about, it's in another universe." They'd be like, "Another universe?" No, another dimension, he said. Like, oh, okay. They're like, so they said, but though we shouldn't go there, really. We can't go there. since the spell can just transfer soul that to reincarnate there. They'll be like, okay. And then we switch back to Deku and Inko's perspective, as now the heroes goes into the hospital to check if anyone got hurt by the star. Because let's say that All Might got actually kinda a little bit like, no, he wouldn't get really hurt, but he would feel like a little bit of pain. So they will have to check on if anyone was hurt there. As for that the injuries on them might be worse than for All Might, since All Might is that strong and all that. But to their surprise, they wouldn't, as they would go through where the patient where the star like hit first, and they would check on Inko and see Deku kind of glowing still. They wondered what happened. He said. Then Inko was like, "Well, the star just hit us, and Deku just started to glow." And then he was almost like, "What?" And then he said, may I hold him? May I hold your son?" It's just like, "Yeah, you can, All Might." As All Might told him like, "Oh, young man, young boy." Then I said, "What's his name?" He said, "What is this young man's name?" He said, "Oh, it's Izuku Midoriya." Like, young Izuku Midoriya, what happened to you after that star hit you? As Deku would kind of smile now. Well, he would kind of start to cry. All Might be like, "Oh no, I made a baby cry." He was like, "Oh no, this is not a good spot for a top hero." As the heroes would kind of laugh now a little bit at All Might, as call him like the baby cry maker. As Inko just kind of smiled, said like, "Yeah, it's okay, he will calm down soon, probably." As then like, "Yeah," and then Deku like tried to grab his All Might's finger, as he does, All Might just lets him do that. And to surprise, when Deku cranks it, he will just kind of feel the pain, but ow! And he said, "Ow, that hurts." They think like he's faking it, but then you say, "I'm not faking it. Look for yourself. Do it for yourself if you want. Don't believe me." As they did one while All Might still holding him, and still feel how strong he was. Then Inko said that just happened after he got hit by the star. There was what? Then asked if she could do it, as she could do anything like it. Said that no, it just seemed that Deku did it. As now Goku would find himself in a white room with some clouds. He's like, huh? Where am I? Then he sees a baby, kinda crying all that. Like, oh. Then he's like, look at the baby, he's like, oh, so that's a... Then he remember what he asked about his testament, and said like, oh. Then he kind of think like, thank you, Daishin grandson Senni. He'd say, thank you, Senni. Senni would hear this and be like, and that's why, hence why he knew that Goku's soul that had arrived to his new reincarnation, kinda. As Senni would now kinda talk to them, that's why he called them there. So yeah, and now the Goku just hold the baby inside of his like the landscape, like come on, little baby. As Asta would be the Dick would be really calm with Goku for some reason. Well, maybe it's because his powers is with him. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be calm now. Then Goku just holds Asta for a little bit, then just kinda lets him down. So now, that will be when Asta kind of started crying in their real life. So yeah, then Inquest holds him now. The hearers said that, well, seems that your son is really strong and healthy, as they ran some tests to see if he was sick or anything. Said no. Then the years went by. Deku would be kind of like wake. No, not wake up really. He was be raised. Now he will have a normal life in kindergarten, as he would be super strong. As they thought that he had some sort of strength quirk, like kinda he is, but still not. As Deku is now 4 years old. As they go to the quirk doctor to see if he has a quirk. To Inko's and Deku's surprise, he is quirkless. Then she would explain that, but he is so strong, and then she would explain that about the star event, like it was the star did. It was the star that fell down 4 years ago. Well, it was when Deku was born, as the star hit him and all that. Then the doctor said, well, it seems that whatever that star did, well, isn't maybe a. Then we said, oh, then what should we call the quirk? Then we said, oh, then he should probably file in a quirk. He might not have the quirk one, but it still seems that he got a quirk from that star. He says, like, Then he wonders what he should call it. Then he decides to. Then Deku will be like, can I name it, sir? Like, yeah, you can. Deku will think for a while. Then he said, I want to call it Saiyan or Super Saiyan. Like, yeah. Then we're like, oh, that's a unusual name, but yeah, that's quite a good name though. Still, said Super Saiyan it is. Deku would be like, hey, I'm a Super Saiyan. He was kind of say, as he would kind of try to imitate Elmet. It's like, I'm the Super Saiyan. Yes, I will name that like fake quirk Super Saiyan because I mean he has the Saiyan powers. He likes to call it Super Saiyan. As for his hero name, I won't expose that until he chooses the hero name later on. So yeah, and now Deku. How should I explain it? Deku it kind of goes out of no. Inko and Deku walks out of the office, like the doctor's place now, as the doctor kinda calls, and yes, this is the same this is actually the doctor that helped, like, All for One, all that's still the crux, as he has called on All for One that tells about this young kid, that he got hit by the star, and that happened 4 years ago. Like, interesting. They said yes, and it seems like he might not have been born with the quirk, but he got some super strength out of that star. Like, oh, All for One would be interesting to say, oh, okay. So did he manage to steal it? Said, no, I couldn't. I tried to, but I couldn't do it. Like, All for One was like, oh, guess it's something else, huh? We might need to use my quirk to steal it later on. And yes, this will be a plot. All for One will be after Deku. Or at least try to turn him to a villain. But he won't, he will be a hero in this. So yeah, as Deku kind of find him in his mind, like, no, he will, as now, Bakugo won't bully Deku at all, he will be more respect Deku, because his quirk is a lot stronger than his quirk. And just as that, he got the honor to name his own quirk and all that. So yeah, as everyone thought that he had as he was filed with a quirk called Saber Saiyan, they thought that he was born with it, but little did they know that it was from the star. As it is, let's say that they said that the quirk he had was born with that. In the file it said that he was born with the quirk, but it would be all that the star activated early when he was just kind of a child. As it's truth, but still a lie, kinda. So yeah, and now the years went by on the kindergarten. It ended up with Goku kinda, no, Deku. After the years went by, he's in this middle school now. As this is when he finds himself in a dream, as he dreams about that he's in a landscape. As Goku, no, as he sees a person that comes to Goku, like, oh, hi there. I was like, Deku, like, who are you? He said, oh, sorry, my name is Goku. I'm your power as you think, or as you call it here, a quirk. But does every quirk have this thing? He said, no, they don't. They could be, oh, so is my quirk special? He said, well, it's not really a quirk. He said, yeah, yes, it's special. You see, that star that happened 4 years ago that everyone talks about, that was actually me. They could be like, what? He said, yes, that was actually my soul. They could be like, wait, so you're a soul? I don't say. They could be kind of freak out now in his dream. The Goku was like, yes, I am your soul. I'm just a soul in you. So I guess you could call it you're my reincarnation, kinda. They could be like, you're okay? But what about, that doesn't explain your powers or anything. The powers are super strength I have. I said, oh, those are actually my old powers and all that. They could be like, wait, what? He said, yes. It's not the quirk actually. They could be devastated, but wait, what? I said, yes, it's actually, well, in your land it might be called a quirk, but it's in where I come from. It's not a quirk. We're called Super Saiyans or Saiyan, and that's also half the name you named it after us. They could be like, I just remember that name, that it was something important to me, kinda. I felt like it's something in me that was a kind of Saiyan thing. Like, oh, yeah, that is true though, since you're a Saiyan, a reincarnation of a Saiyan. It's during the entire night, Goku would explain explain who Asta really, Deku really is and all that. As Deku would be surprised still, kinda, by all the explanation, everything, but he will understand it in the end. As now, during the night, Goku tells him that he will be able to do other things than just his super strength. Stick will be like, wait, I can do other things than just, I'm not just super strong? He said, no, you're not just super strong. Stick will be like, wow. As he now starts to wonder what he could do and all that. So yeah. Well, he would start to wonder what he really could do and all that. As Goku kind of explained shortly what he could do, said that I will talk to you later when your powers will awake completely. They could be like, okay. Oh, sorry about that. Excuse me. About that, it was rude of me to do that. To burp. But, I do apologize really much for that. So yes, now Deku woke up next day. It will be some days before the anime starts when he's in in middle school and all that. I said Deku is like 14 now. It'll be some days before the anime kind of start. Is what kind of goes up and eats breakfast now, kind of early, even for him, because I guess that he wakes up pretty early in the anime. So yeah, I'm sorry for being quiet again. So sorry for that. I'm sorry for being quiet again. I should probably talk more. As now Deku kind of wakes up early, as Ink was always like woke up a lot earlier than Deku, and to go to her job, as she prepared always kind of lunch for him, So now when she woke up, she would see Deku kind of eating breakfast already. She's like, "What? Is something wrong?" He said, "No, it's had a odd dream." He would just tell that because he knew that he couldn't really tell him what about his true power, like his power and everything, the truth about it. And she would just kind of he would say, "No, it's just a dream. I kind of couldn't go back to sleep after that dream." He should be like, "Oh, okay." Then Deku says like, "Phew, she believed me, dear." Well, it kind of is the truth. Then he just walks to the school now. Earlier, well, he was waiting for a while, sitting at his computer a little bit, and just waiting before he went to school. As then he said, shuts down the computer, go and ready to go to school. As he said bye to his mom, because he went earlier now, because it was an early school day. No, let's say that Inko actually wakes up like the same, like earlier, so she can wake Deku up to say like it's time to go to school now. But he will say bye, mom. He's like bye, Deku, be careful. He's like I'm always careful, mom. She'll be like yeah, I know you are, but you know why but you know also why I'm telling you this. So he says, yeah, I know, ma. And then he just walks out, and now Kachan would kind of walk up to him, like, oh, there you are, Deku. And like, oh, hi, Kachan. Yeah, sorry for being quiet again. I just got obsessed with something else. While I was talking, how long I've been talking now? 38 minutes. It's probably been quiet for over 2 minutes now, maybe. As, yeah, as they Bakugo and Deku as walks to the school now, and they're kind of talking, as they will both be friends with each other now. Like Deku will be different than his encounter. He will be smarter and more confident, and he will actually train his muscles. Since yeah, he knew that he had trained his muscles and everything to use his strength. He thought it, as he called it, Super Saiyan strength. Then they just go to school. The school day will pretty easy for Deku. They will have like a test in. Let's say that they have a test in English. He aced it completely. All that as expected for him. He does it at a new record time. Said, "Wow, that's a new record, Deku." No, he said that. Then the teacher said, "Wow." Then Deku said, "No." When Izuka, why the hell do I just kind of stumble and change my mind all the time? They said new. Then Deku is done, he said, the teacher said, "Wow, new record, Izuku." He said, maybe." Everyone would be like, "Yeah, it's a new." Then someone had a timer. It's like, "Hey, Izuku." I'm like, "Yeah, what is it?" Then it says, your record time was before was about 15 minutes. This time it was like just 10 minutes. he'll be like, whoa, then everyone will be surprised, like, whoa, improving, huh? And this is a harder test. He'll be like, yeah, maybe. Bakugo will be like, yeah, congratulations, they could broke a new record, huh? They could be like, yeah, they'd catch on. But still then he goes allowed to walk out. He walks away. Well, had to come back when the lesson was about to end. As he did, and as he does, and okay, let's just say that this day is the day when the teacher throws up the paper in the air. So like, everyone wants to become a hero. As everyone said, yeah, of course. Then he says that there are two people applying for UA. As then, then Bakugo and the costume they say, you don't really need to tell who it is. We already know which two it is. As everyone like, yeah, don't play. Does they realize that they played a game against each other now, kinda? Or they didn't play a game against each other. They played a game to just mess with the teacher, as they said. And they said, yeah, we know it's Izuku and Bakugo. As they were now walking out, Bakugo and Izuku just went different ways now, home, because they kinda had like different ways home, roads home, all that. So as they could take that shortcut now, kinda, now. We're walking under bridge where the sludge villain would attack. But the deck would just easily be able to kinda dodge it, really, if that's how you want to call it, kinda. I don't know if you should call it dodging. But you know what I'm trying to say here. As the sludge villain was said that I gotta get out of here. I didn't know that he was here. Definitely gotta get out of here now. They could be like, huh? Wonder who is he talking about? Then the sludge villain was attack Deku and just tried to absorb him. Deku dodges it at first and all that. This is a while before. This is kind of earlier than normal because yes, it just is then earlier than normal. So they will take a while for Alma to get there. Then Sludge Villain would kind of got grasp of Deku. So now Goku just appeared in his mind like, now scream. Like then he's kind of the Goku's house. How is his game? Deku like what? Then says yes, do it. Then Deku just start to scream like ah. As now he turns to his Super Saiyan. As his hair will turn yellow, and the power of him just knocks off the sludge villain. As the sludge villain was like, what the? What is this quirk? He would say. They could be like, I will tell you. The sludge villain would now attack him like, I gotta get that quirk. With that quirk, I'd probably be able to beat All Might. So then but Dick would just dodge it. No. And then he just punches the sludge villain in self-defense. Like that's a All Might punch, kinda. But a little like a bit slower, kinda, so it won't be hurt as much as the sludge villain will be able to reform. But when he does reform, everyone will just hear like something like, "Do not fear, because I am here." Dick will be like, wait, that's All Might. Kind of smiles like, oh. And then we said, oh. Then we see the sludge villain kind of reforming now. I said, oh, young man. As then his sludge villain would say like, yep, I gotta get out of here. I tries to absorb Deku one last time. Deku, as then Deku will be like, nah, you don't. As then he punches him even stronger now. But it doesn't really work. Well, it does kind of work, but still not. Well, it does it. The punch just makes the sludge villain disappear into pieces as All Might puts him in like his soda bottles that he had. And he said, "Young man, what is your quirk?" He said, "Oh, Super Saiyan." He said, Deku said, "Oh, oh my, it's called Super Saiyan." Like, "Oh, Super Saiyan. Think I've heard that before, but wait, what's your name, young man?" He says, "Oh, Izuku Midoriya, sir." Then we say, "Izuku Midoriya, All Might." Then like, "Izuku Midoriya, ah." Then we go think back and to the strength boy is like, "Oh, so that's him, huh?" Then Deku will be like, "Sir, Mr. All Might," he said, "Yes, what is it? Can I get an autograph?" He'll be like, "Oh, of course." And then he takes out all these 13 books as he get them all, like one of them gets signed in the middle page. As Deku will that kind of show me also that his info on his quirk, that the analysis on it. And yes, Deku would still be that analysis boy. We can't take that from Deku, like it's his signature thing about him. As All Might would see this, I'm like, wow. Then he would say, "Wait, this young man, is that your hair color? Wasn't it green before?" He said. Then he was, yeah, he said, "Yeah." Then he was powered down. Like, then All Might would be surprised, to be like shocked, like, whoa. Then Deku was like, yeah. I just call it this form. I don't know what to call this new form. I think I'll kind of call it like what should I call it? The things. They thinks. Oh, I know. I'll call it Super Saiyan. Just like my quirk. No, he said that his quirk would be Saiyan. No Super Saiyan quirk as his. This is his Super Saiyan form. I'll dub this form now, says All Might, to Super Saiyan. They could be like, okay, it sounds kind of weird, but still. I'll accept it kinda, since it's All Might that's named my quirk. It's so amazing that All Might named my quirk, huh? As they were All Might be like, yeah, now, young man, I gotta go. As they be like, okay, bye, Sir All Might. Like, bye, young man. Then they go their separate ways. All Might walks away with the sludge fill in the air. And yes, now a girl with a C, they could like do that punch and transform a lot, talking to All Might as well. As the girl walks up to him, she's like, "Hi." As they could see her, like, "What? Hi, hi." And she kind of get red in the face because no girl really wanted to talk to him. Well, some girls, no, he had never talked to a girl before. Like, "Hi, miss." I said like, "Oh." Then she's like, "Oh, excuse me, my name is Nayeri Hado." And yes, I will make a Nigeria Hado shipping in this. Come on, man, she's like the cutest girl in the whole thing, in the entire anime. I mean, come on, man, Deku should get her. I know some, like, the original shipping is like, actually, the original shipping is actually like Uraka and Deku, but, I mean, come on, man, he deserves someone better than her. He deserves Nayeri Hado. And then, as then Deku like, that see that she's older than him, she's like, "Oh wait, hi, I didn't know that you." Then he will say, "So." Then she'll ask, "So what's your quirk?" Then I said, "Oh, sir, my name is Izuku Midoriya, and my quirk is called Super Saiyan." She'll be like, "Super Saiyan, huh?" It's like, "Yes." Then she'll be like, "Wow, that's an unusual quirk. I never heard that name before." He said, "Yeah, I kind of came up with it when I was 4 at the doctor. I don't know if I should like it or not." Then she's like, "I think it sounds pretty cool, and I think it fits your quirk pretty perfectly since that was super awesome. That way you took down the villa and all that before even Almighty arrived. That sounds awesome." They could be like, thanks. I guess." He just kind of smile and scratch his back head. Then she would say, "So, Isuku?" He would be like, "Yeah." Uh, then she's like, "Do you want to take a drink later?" or something. She'd be like, yeah, sure. Then he would ask, so, then she would ask, so here's my number. She would just give him her number. They could like, then she said, oh, then they would give her his number. Like, oh, here's my number. Just come whenever you want to go out on a drink that you wanted. She's like, yeah, sure, I promise I will. And Stick walks home, kind of shaking still, that he got almost autograph and just talked to a girl and got on a date the same day. As he'd be really surprised by this, like, real surprised for this, for real. As he was kind of dreaming, he kind of get a dreamy look in his eyes, a lot. As he walks home, as he still have that dreamy look in his eyes, a dreamy look in on his face actually. As Ingo said, is something wrong? He said, no, nothing really. As then he opened and said, just look at this. As he shows her the Almost autograph. Just like, what? She was surprised, like, oh my son, how did you? He said, I just, I'll explain later. I gotta go to my room now. I still would see that the dream looked wasn't just that, it was something else. He was kind of red in his face too. She'd be like, wow, what's happened to him? Then she would think like maybe a girl asked him out. Well, that was then. Well, it kind of is though. So yeah. And now, okay, so now Dick would just walk to his room and think like, what should I do? Where should I wear my date? All that later. Then Inko would walk in and should open like hear that the date thing. She'd be like, oh, he got a date, huh? So someone did ask him out, or did he ask someone out? And they answered yes. Then she just decided to leave him alone kind of for now. And so yeah, then Deku kind of walks out. Well, then Deku tells her about the villain thing. She's like, oh my Deku, are you Isuka, are you hurt? She's like, no, Ma, I'm fine. I achieved a new power for my quirk. She's like, what? He said yes. She'd be like, okay. Then Deku's like, though I can't really show it here. The neighbors might complain about the power here. So Isuku's Inquirus ask, why, son? She would say, well, to achieve the power I kinda have to scream. In a weird way. She's like, okay. Then she decided like, whenever you achieve it, can you ask someone to film it and send a clip to me? He said, yeah, of course, Ma. Now, Isuku's phone would ring. He'd be like, oh, then would be like red in face, like answer like, hi, hello. As this would be in the year, he's like, oh, hi Isuku. And she's like, oh, hi Nihire. As Inko would just hear this, as Deku was walking out, kinda. Like, he had changed clothes and all that from school uniform. She's like, do you want to go out now? He said, yeah, of course. Then he would ask, so where do you want to meet? She said, why don't we meet where in the tunnel where we met before? She'd be like, oh yeah, sure. And he walks there now, and he meets Nayere. And this, like, and so yeah, as they kind of goes on a fika and all that, well, takes a drink, no, goes out and eats something, like sweet, having fun in the city. As Isuku was talk to her, they would talk to each other, and Isuku would realize that he was in love with her, and she would actually fall in love with him now. And she wasn't just interested in his quirk anymore. She would be interested in him. As they were talking, like for real talking with each other. And all that, no, they were talking, laughing when on each other's jokes and everything. They had a nice day. They sort of say, so, where do you want to go now? He said, I don't know, we have been kind of through the whole city. And then somewhere in the year, eh? Is that? Then he was here, they could hear a male voice kind of saying, in the year, eh? And he was look back and be like, kind of embarrassed, like, look who it was, and heard the voice, like, she'd be red faced, like, stay here. Then, before she could do anything, it's like, as then it would be Mirio and Takayami. I kind of say, oh, so as them said, oh, there you are, Neriyare. But I thought I saw you here. I'm like, was like, hi Mario, hi Takayami. Then they could see them like, wait. Then we see the Eurofers like, wait, you got UA? And so he was asked, so you got UA, huh? I was like, yes, we do. I'm like, that's Deku like, that's surprise, like that's a cool outfit you have. Wow, the suits look. No, he was like, wow, I want to go on UA too later on. Well, he said, wow, so you're going UA, huh? Then he looks at Nier and said, do you go there too? She said, yes, I do. Then they was kind of talking. Mario was like, so who's this? As Deku said, oh, I'm Isuke Midoriya. Said like that. And then Nier said, he's my boyfriend. She was quick to say that. Deku would be red in the face, like, yeah, yeah, what? That's then she does look at him like, yes, accept it. It's like, yeah, she's my girlfriend, all that. Like, oh, so, um, like, oh, guess we should leave you alone on your date. As Mirio and Takayami walks away now. And Nier would say, phew. Then they could be red in the face, like said, can ask her, why did you say that? And she was like, to get them away from us. And they could be like, oh yeah. As then he would say, she would realize that he didn't really complain about it. He was a bit more like, so yeah. She would have realized that he didn't really complain about it at all. So she just think like he kind of accepted it. And then when they were walking away, she like, should we go to my home? He'd be like, yeah, why not? He would think like, yeah, why? Sure, why not? He said. And then walks to her home. Walks into like, they said, I'm home. I'm like, oh, hi. Where have you been? Well, they was like, so did you go shopping again this late of the day? She said, no. As she would ask Deku if he wanted to kind of like sleep there overnight. I'm like, yeah, why not? Since we're a couple now, he would just kind of say. Then he calls his mom. He will make a quick call to his mom and ask if it's okay if he sleeps at a friend's house. As she was like, yeah, if their parents allow it, so yeah. As they will walk into the living room where her nearest parent is. As the nearest said, oh, hi mom, hi dad. It's like, oh, hi Neri, so how did it go today, sweetie? No, they say, hi, so what did you get? She's like, then they could like walk up and say, hi, my name's Isuko Midoriya. They're like, wow, so you bought a boyfriend? It's like super infamous. I didn't buy him. He's my. Then it's like, oh, who is this one? As they could say, like, hi, my name's Isuko Midoriya. I'm Neri's boyfriend. They're like, oh, okay. Like, look at Neri and be like, he looks kind of young, but not too young, so they will kind of accept it. As then was say, so, Dusk goes, oh, so then Nero would ask if it's okay if he sleeps here overnight. They'll be like, yeah, yeah, it's okay. And then they walk. Then Nero takes Deku's hand and just say, come on, Deku, come. No, he said, come, Isuku. It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, that's kind of froze a little bit. Hold on. As they walk up to Nero's room now, um, then they walk into the room. As Deku to see like all the toys she kind of had. Well, no, not the toys. She would have kind of like stuffed animals snuffed into a corner of a room. He'll sit down there in the like huge pile of them. She would sit down next to him. They were talking to each other, laughing to each other jokes, and then, or so like later on, they was kind of sit there talking for a while now. Her parents would kind of knock on her door, and it's like, you should quiet down, will ya? Yeah, the clock is much. You should probably go to sleep now. They're like, yeah, as they do. Well, she went to her bed and sleeps there. They could kind of falls asleep in the pillow, no, in the giant pile of stuffed animals. As then, well, Deku would fall asleep first. And so he thinks that he's sleeping in the stuffed animals, but he will wake up in her bed to get it next to her, sleeping. Stickbird woke up and just like, And then he thinks like, so, no, he walks up and like looks around like, wait, where am I? Then we remember that, oh yeah, I'm at home with her and sleeping with her. Then we look next to him. Then we see Nigeria like kinda like on just her underwear and all that. Next, no, she would have like a pajamas on her actually. So yeah, sleeping next to him. He's like, what? And then he will look at see that. Oh wait. Then she see that she dragged him into the bed. Like, oh, okay. Then he decides to like kind of lay there waiting. Then he was her neighbor said, so are you not gonna kiss me or good morning or something? He's like, wait, you're awake? She's like, yeah. Then he does that. I'm like, good morning, honey. Like, oh, morning. And Stan just goes up like it would be like 11 a.m. No, 12 actually. 12 o'clock, noon time. When you go down eat breakfast, it's the weekend. Then he gets a call from his, no, then he's messaging his mother that he'll be planning to stay on the kind of, they were coming home soon. He would write that we are coming home soon. She would have seen it like, wait, did he spell wrong or did he say we? Then she remembers what the call she heard, or not, that he got read when he answered the phone and said, oh, hi Nigeria, that day. She's like, oh, they're both coming home now, huh? And she's like, oh well, guess they want to present themselves, huh? And then later on the day, they said bye to Nigeриa's parents, and as they walk now to Deku's house, and in this what if Deku won't have All Might's poster and all that, he will just have a few of them. Then have some other stuff in his room as well. So yeah, it won't just be All Might obsessed one. As they walk into back to Nigeria, like Deku's home. Well, first they were out shopping and all that, as Deku carries some stuff, and Nigeria carries some other stuff too. Now they were walking back home. They will see everything there. Well, they were walking home and opened the door, said, I'm home now, or we're home. And he could be like, oh, welcome back home. Then she would see Nigeria like that she was older than Deku, and like, what? She'll be surprised, like, oh, this must be. He said, oh, then Nigeria present himself as, oh, I'm Nigeria Hado, I'm yours, Izuku's girlfriend. She's like, oh, what, so wonderful. Then she'd kind of look at the Izuku like, so how long have you been dating? I kind of ask him later. Well, ask her with the look. He said, kind of like dodged the question. He didn't want to tell her because he knew that she would be mad if she knew that they dated just yesterday and all that, and not just that or that he lied and told her a couple of years. Let's say that Deku actually went out sometimes, like went out every week and all that to check on, see hero works, to take notes of them. As now is Nero and the Deku walked to his room. They're kind of talking to each other, laughing. That's what we hear, laughing at everything. As then they decided to like go on the computer, watch some videos that some videos about a YouTuber that does what ifs on what if, as they would they would read a manga called Black Clover there. Yes, I will make this kind of thing. As they would discover that both disliked the Black Clover manga, and they were then do check on YouTube like on what if a what if YouTuber, yeah, or what if they could say what if Asta had something. Like, wow, there's a YouTuber that does this kind of what ifs. Like, they were super surprised and started watching him. And this what if YouTuber's name was Emric18. They realized. Yes, this is an Easter egg to my channel. I just wanted to do this. They really like it. They watch his videos all day, all night, kinda. I was like, wow, his videos are amazing. Really, they're really amazing. And just click that thing, just like the video, subscribe, and click that bell. So it's like, yes, I don't know what I'm doing this self promo in the video. Are we okay? I miss doing it in this Vori video. As now there was kinda laughing about it, and then it was kinda night time. As then she would ask her parents if it's okay if she sleeps over at Izuka's place. They was like, yeah, it's okay. As is Inquest allow, it's like if it's okay for your parents, you can stay here over the night. As then it was then when she asked her parents, and they would say, yeah, it's okay. Then she would just kinda then just went to bed now. They could like as they could say, I can sleep on the floor since his bed won't be a spread. Well, no, his bed was kind of bit wide. It'd be like so yeah, they could easily sleep together there. As they were just kind of talking. What? No, they were kind of. How should I explain it? How shall I explain it? Um, they was kind of talking in bed and all that. As they just went to sleep. As they woke up the next day, it would be Sunday. They all went up shopping, kind of like working out and having a date that day. Then split apart, and then she said, "See you at the UA then." No, they was kind of yeah. As then said, "See you later." As deku, like yeah, see you later in the UA. As then it was the next deku walks home, and the Sunday doesn't went pretty. Sunday doesn't really want like I don't know how to explain it, but then it's the 6th month, like 10-month of training, as they would have like some dates during this time. But let's say that after a month later, All Might would appear for Deku and was like, "Hi, I am here." Deku like, "Okay, what do you want?" All Might is like, "Oh, young man, I just wanted to thank you for that villain. Later on, I never got the chance to thank you about it." They said, "Oh, okay, it's really no problem." Then he kind of tries to walk away now. Almost said, "Young man, I'm not done." He's like, "What do you want?" All Might said, I want to train you with your strength and all that. And also, I'm curious about your quirk, Super Saiyan. That seems pretty interesting." They could be like, "Oh, yeah, sure." Then All Might said, "Get to this address when you have in the night tonight." I'm like, "Okay." He said, then he asked, "It's okay if I bring my girlfriend there?" He's like, "Yes, it is. As long as she doesn't tell anyone about that I'm gonna train you." He said, "Oh, I'm not sure of it." As Nayeri would kinda go up after Almond disappeared, like, "So, who were you talking to, Deku?" Like, "Oh, someone." Then says, "Do you mind coming with me? I'm gonna train tonight. And at this location. The person I talked to gave me this address." Then he said, "Oh yeah, and if when you see the person, do you mind not telling anyone about it? That he's treating me?" She's like, "Oh yeah, okay, of course." I see one but who is this person? That he almost that Deku doesn't want anyone else to know about this training him. I said, "Oh, it's not me. It's he. He asked for it." Then I'm like, "Okay." As then they were kind of walking to the beach now. As they said, "Oh wait, it's the Dagobah beach." And they would see all the leader. As they would arrive before the All Might would appear there. As they could be like, "Oh well, since he's not here, I guess they like and was wait for All Might." Then All Might would appear like, "Oh, that must be." Oh, then he was seen Nayori. Like, "Oh, Miss Nayori, long time no see." Like, "Oh, wait, it's All Might that's gonna train you?" He said, "Yeah." Then they could be like, wait, you know him also?" She's like, "Yeah, see, he's been visiting our school sometimes actually." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Then he said, "Definitely want to get into UA now, huh?" Then almost said, "No, Deku, do you mind showing me your quirk, like the transformation you did that day?" Like, "Oh, of course not. It'd be an honor to show you." Then Nair would be like, "What transformation?" He said, "Oh, just sit down, just watch, okay, will ya?" She'll be like, "Yeah, I should." Then Deku transformed to his Super Saiyan. He said, "Super Saiyan," as he started to do the power-up scream. as it transforms and his hair gets yellow and kind of stands up. As Nigeria would see this, I'm like, wow, she'd be impressed kind of by this. Said, wait, can you do that with your quirk? Said, yeah, I can. Then he almost said, now, I challenge you to clean up this beach. You're like, is that supposed to be a challenge or something? As Deku already had started doing that, as he compressed everything with his strength, smashing it and packing it into piles of metal and plastic and everything. He sorted it as well, as it would take like all those 9 months left. And almost were impressed by this, as he trained Deku with using his super strength and combat training as well. And then Goku just told him like, yo, soon Deku, you're ready to use. He would say, soon Izuku, you'll be ready to use the other forms of my combat. He'll be like, thank you, sir. Then when they were done sorting everything, he was able to, they could do a power-up scream. He was kind of scream like, yeah, it was kind of scream, yeah, like a victory scream. And then it transforms, then in his Super Saiyan form, and then it transformed into Super Saiyan 2. Like, then almost like, what? Then they could feel the power, his strength rising up. Then they could hear like, Then we said, I call this form Super Saiyan 2. As they would see that his hair form changed actually. It was grow longer kinda. So yeah, so they're like, wow. And then, how shall I say? Well, after that, after they were done with this, well, as they were like, now Midoriya, you gotta hurry to your entrance exam. He said, yeah, yes sir. And then he did transforms then. As well, he got some training with his Super Saiyan 2 form first. As Alma trains him like, this form, it seems like stronger than the last one. He said, I think it is. As now they do some quick threading with it, so as to get used to it. No, they could get used to her strength and how much she had to hold back sometimes using this form. Then it decides to like use this one form as his main power-up form now for now. As yeah, now he was walk to the UA now. Well, he will be able to learn how to fly due to Alma training him with using that. To how to fly as well as Goku teaching him how to use his ki to fly. And then the air would kinda, yeah, Asta would kinda hold, no, Dick would hold on to her, well, grab her and like, jump there, as he did fly there. Then he drops her off near the school, well, outside the school, and then he lands and walks there, kinda talking to Nijire. So he won't fall down at all. He's a lot more confident in this. Yeah, and let's say that he will have that same Izuka haircut, but he will change it later. He'll turn out for haircut, so just want you guys to know that. So yeah, and now they're walking into UA. You'll see Bakugo and say like, oh, hi Kachan. Now he say, oh, hi Bakugo. Like, oh, hi there Izuku. As they were talking now. Well, before they asked that they could started talking with Bakugo, he said bye to Nijiri, kinda kissed her, they would kinda kiss, also. Bakugo would see this, and Bakugo was the only one of them to kinda see this, and then decides to ask Deku about it later. As then confirms Deku about it, he was walking Deku like, so who is she? Deku be red and face like, no, she's no one really. Then Bakugo will be like, oh really? So he'll be like, yeah, nothing, no one at all. Then I said, just a third class, no, just a student on UA. It's a kind of smile. The Bakugo's like, oh well, I guess I gotta let you love birds be then. Then was kind of laughing at each other now, and they were talking while they were going into the entrance exam. Kind of President Mike explains everything. They do the written exam. This goes super easy for Deku. So as he will be a better fighter, almost the same fighting genius as Goku, but he will be a lot smarter, so he knew some strategies to fight too. But Goku's kind of stupidity made him a genius in the battlefield as well still. So he'll have that stupidity too. Well, he's Goku's battle genius, so he'll be real extremely smart. He aces the test in like 5 minutes. As then he gives the paper to President Mike in 5 minutes. Like, are you sure you're done? He said, yeah. It's pretty easy questions. Then he walks out. President Mike, oh well. As he already talked about the robots and everything. And so yeah, Steakhouse walks the training ground already, as it will take like 30 minutes before everyone else comes out. As Ida will kind of walk up to like, how? Are you really that dumb so you just gave up after 5 minutes? He said, dumb? I just aced the test in 5 minutes. He said, that's impossible. Then Baku was walking to his arena. Then I hear this, like Ida's telling that's impossible. He said, hey, you. It's not impossible for Deku. He's super smart. I swear he aced the test on that sort of time. Then he was look at Deku's like, hey, that's a new record, right? He said Deku like, yeah, it is. Last was 10 minutes. Yes. As then was talking. Then so yeah. Now Ida was continuing to try to talk to Deku, but Deku just ignored him now. As now the person Michael said that then Ida said it's rude to ignore someone. Deku then would say it's rude to just talk to someone if they doesn't want to talk to you. As Ida would realize that he was just like sorry. Then he walks away. As now Deku would kinda wait for the exam to start. Well, they said like now it's time for the exam to start. The President Michael say. I say 3, 2, 1, go! As the gates open, Deku blitzes right through the gates. So yeah, now he blitzes right through the gate before Ida can even charge up his boots. As he blitzes towards the robots now, and punches them like one by one. Then he decides to, he thinks about it and said, yeah, I should power up now. Then he stops. As Ida sees and like, what? As everyone wonders why he stopped. No, he wants power up yet. He was kind of knocked all the gods, like some robots out, so he'll get top scores, over 200 scores. All Might, which everyone judge would see it, how fast he was. And kind of look at All Might as he kind of looked guilty away. I didn't do anything. At all. I didn't do anything at all. I still like, oh, so did you train? Wait, then we see like the name, like Izuku Midoriya, huh? Then we think, oh, and then we're just, oh, that's why. I still say sorry about telling that you did anything, All Might. You really didn't realize who who the boy was. Then we says like sigh, and not without them noticing, like sighing like, phew, almost noticed that. So now they were kind of talking like about his strength and all that he was a lot stronger, and that he's grown really strong since that back then. As all the others would be like, yeah, he has really grown quite strong. And now, how should I tell? What should I say? No, I was like, what should I tell now? Well, as the test goes on, they could now, well, as all the ropes kinda is done almost, as now he was hear something vibrating in the ground and shaking. Then he looks at the way, and then he sees all the like students just running away. Ida too. Then he hears some scream for help. He splits runs toward and see a girl trapped under a metal thing that she can't get away, and a giant robot coming towards her. Then he blitzes towards them, and he just realizes that he can't get the girl out of there in time. So then you start to scream his power up scream. The judges and the students be like, is he stupid or something? As no one else but All Might and in Nigeria you would know about this power up thing. Well, and let's say that Inko knew about it too, but they could ask her to not hide it until I revealed myself on the exam. And she would be like, okay, and she would accept it and like that. And then now Deku started doing his power up scheme. And then what does he do? He is now Rockabilly like, are you an idiot? Just run away. Then the power up scheme was start as they would see the energy bursting around Asta. He will turn yellow. Then he continue screaming. As he now screams again, he turns yellow, and his hair changes. Well, the hair just goes up on the first one. The second one, his hair turns like you see like the Super SSD blue, like Super Saiyan blue, like his hair will turn like that on his Super Saiyan 2. Then his Super Saiyan 3, his hair will turn like the hair that Goku has. I see it turn Super Saiyan 3 now. His hair will go down to like his ankles. Then it was this yellow, and then he just jumps up in the air and charges up a Kamehameha. It's like Ka. As Goku is instructing him how to do it, he's like, just do this. Like, put your hands there, then say Ka, then say Kamehameha. He shows Deku in his mind. So Goku does this, and no, Deku does it like Ka, Me, Ha, Me, Ha. As he releases the Kamehameha, as everyone would see the energy bursting from Asta, as it was burn the robot into like, no, it was hit the robot. As Asta was above the robot as he aims right down on it, as the sides of it, like the arms just falls down, and when the smoke clears and the Kamehameha disperses, you would see that the robot is no more, it's just evaporated kinda. Then Goku Deku lands and the powers back, and leaves away the rubble for Raka and asks if she's okay. She said yes. Then she would ask, so what's this power of yours? She said, oh, it's just my quirk. Something like, wow. Then she just walks away. Well, Deku just walks away now. As in a year, I would see this power up. Not just that, she would see that he achieved a new form. And let's say that the entry exam was broadcast kinda for all the students and all the UA students and their parents, so everyone could see this live. As Inko would see this new form, like, what? Did he achieve a new form? And that energy wave, he must be pretty strong now. He must be a lot stronger. So, excuse me again. There was like near and everyone would be surprised and like impressed by Asta. They would go up to Asta and ask about this quirk. Asta did no Deku. They would go up to Deku and ask about Deku's quirk. All that, as he would have said, nothing really. I don't want to talk. As he just flies away. All Might see this style like, yeah, he just had like attention like that, like me, kinda. As he flies home, well, he doesn't fly home. He flies to the trees. Well, into the forest nearby. As he waits there till Nayeri comes. As he would just takes his location to her, so no one else would know where he was. As she walks into the forest, and Deku just jumps down. It's like, oh, there you are. And so it was too bad everyone wants to ask me about my quirk. He thinks it's like, yeah, it's your amazing quirk and all that. Yeah, they could be like, yeah, it is. As they're holding hands now, walking back home. And this is where I'll be ending this what if off. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. And now click that bell too. And now stay safe. Peace out.